Howdy everybody, this is Bake with IronThronecraft.com, and today this video is going to show some gameplay from the final Blood Moon of 2018. This one's going to be mainly capital, a lot of capital fighting. You're going to see me get burned again. I went into it with a big old stack of tier 2, and a lot of people knew that, and it took a while, but they finally came and crushed me, so there's that. We're going to get right into it though. This one, like I said, this video is going to be a lot of capital gameplay, some tile hitting, just pretty standard Blood Moon stuff, what you do when you're porting around and just trying to stack up points when you're not actually, zeroing somebody. We're going to release another video tomorrow or the next day, and that's going to have most of our actual combat gameplay. So like a lot of rallies, a lot of hits, a lot of big hits, stuff like that. So expect that tomorrow, but for right now, this is right at the start of Blood Moon. This is right when the event began, and so I poured it in. It's actually during one of the Super Infernos also, so a lot of people are doing research and construction and stuff like that. And what I'm doing is I'm going and I'm looking at the capital, because I see that VZK is holding it, and VZK's got some big players. And anytime there's tier 6 in the capital, I want to be involved in that action. So I'm going to check, and I'm going to see what's in there. I see that there's 1.5 million troops in, and it is tier 6. So immediately, right off the bat, to open up Blood Moon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to try to get those tier 6 kills, because as we all know, tier 6 kills, pretty much the fastest way to get points in Blood Moon. And that's that. So as long as you know what's in there, you can get a lot of points really quickly. So he's holding it with 1.48 million tier 6 archers. I hit it with Cav. And you see, I lost 400k and I killed 1.2 million. So that is a good trade. I'll do that all day long. And that's because MENDAX is a beast. So even though I hit him with the leverage type troops, he's got way better gear and way better research than me, but leverage is strong enough that my cav were able to kill those archers, and I got a lot of points for it. So you see I'm immediately going to go check, and so killing that many troops is going to be 150 million points each time. So you see we're down by a little bit. This is, like I said, right at the start, but I've got 216 million points just from that one hit and a little bit of research that I did. You see 18 million points in the Super Inferno there. So now I'm going to hope that he keeps on doing this, because I want to keep on fighting for that capital, and I want to keep on taking those tier 6 kills if I can get them. And occasionally, there are some losses here too. I don't know if I put any of those in the video, but sometimes they'll get me back, because capital at Blood Moon is a whole lot about paper, rock, scissors, and it's about tier 6 and everything else. So you see I'm going to speed it up as I go, and I bang out some more research, excuse me, and construction in this Super Inferno, because I also want those Dark Lord chests from that. So while there's not action happening at the capital, you see I'm going to be doing research, be doing construction, collecting events, yada, yada, yada. I see there, enemy attack march approaches my capital, so I'm going to go look at it. MENDAX hits the capital, and the big thing that you got to realize here, I can still get a report even though I don't have troops in. So what I'm doing is I'm letting him hit the capital, and then I'm going and see what he sent. You see he sent archers again, and I'm also making note of what hero he sends. So you see he's got Infidus, because they won the last domination, so that's cool, number one. But I also saw that his Infidus came with archers. So now I know Infidus is either split types or Infidus is archer type. And so moving forward, I'm going to look for Infidus, and I'm going to send Cav against Infidus unless I see that he's split types. So I know that he's still got archers sitting in there unless he pulled those troops. I'm going to hit with Cav again, try to take some more tier 6 kills off of him. And you'll see that's why I'm hitting, and then I'm recalling immediately, because I don't want him to do the same thing to me. But I snagged him again, got the 1.184 million kills, and look at that, it's Infidus, his Infidus won, but it didn't matter. I lost 400k again, so this is a good trade. I'm going to do this, like I said, all day. And I'm going to speed it up a whole lot. See MENDAX hits again, check the report, go look at it. This time it was infantry with Carl. So what do? Switch to solos and counter with archers. And just all day I will do this. And you see now he's picked up on what I'm doing, so he is also pulling as soon as he takes. And so at this point, the capital gets a little bit more boring whenever it's just hit, pull, hit, pull, hit, pull, hit, pull. And it becomes a game of lots of speeds. And so you see what I just did right there is I went and I set it to prioritize troops over castles when they overlap. And that's so I can get these marches targeted immediately as soon as they come, and I can see what hero's coming. So you see there, Infidus came with Cav. So now I know Infidus is a split hero. So I need to be a little bit more careful. A lot of times when I'm trying to move really fast, what I'll do is I'll memorize what each person's hero is and what type they're sending with it, and then I'll send the counter to that without even looking at the reports. And it's kind of dangerous. They can trick me. Anybody watching this video, you can trick me if you start swapping your gear around and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's going all right. So you see I'm checking all these reports, and I'm seeing what type he's sending with each hero. And then I'm trying to counter into that. And now Viper's getting in on the action too. We got Ruby up there getting in on the action. So there's a whole lot of tier 6 flying in a whole lot of directions. But also, because I've gotten these good hits, and because, it's kind of scary to throw that many tier 6 around just back and forth, and you see now the marches are dropping in size because people don't really want to lose 1.1 million tier 6 at a time. And that means that it's not worth it to me. I don't want to keep on throwing speeds at the capital forever and ever. Also, poor Shadow is sitting down here unshielded. So obviously I'm going to hit, and 75% speeds. And you see, this is the danger of bloody strongholds in the Blood Moon. I'm sitting at the capital. Shadow's out in the middle of nowhere, but I still managed to get a pop on him because he had to drop his shield in order to kill that bloody stronghold. So everybody wants rune enhanced chests. Everybody wants the resources from bloody strongholds. Level 30s, you get a ton of silver off of them. And the problem is you have to drop your shield for them. So especially during the bloody stronghold events, get a lot of kills from people that go and they think they're hiding in a corner, they think they're being real secretive, they're all ninja-like, and they drop their shield and they try to take out some bloody strongholds to get those rune enhanced chests and everything else like that. But what happens is somebody sees you and somebody links your cords, and Kingdom 13 is always really good about that. We've got a lot of people that are looking constantly all through Blood Moon, just constantly looking and linking cords. And you see, Kingdom 13 didn't win this Blood Moon. Kingdom 33 won our Blood Moon. And that's because Kingdom 33 appears to be incredibly active. They got a ton of people, it seems like. Because if you look at the scores at the end of it, we'll show you that in the video tomorrow. But if you look at the scores in the end of it, we won like the Alliance, and me and Cactus and Dizzle and Malika WTF Alliance from Kingdom 13 basically ran the boards on top scores. But Kingdom 33 just had so many more people that there's that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to release Shadow's hero because he asked nicely. And pretty much the rule for me, rule of thumb, if you ask me nicely for your hero back, you're going to get it back. Unless I need an execution boost. If I need an execution boost, I might chop you. Sorry. No offense, but that execution boost is a big deal. So, anyways, Kingdom 33 won, and they did well in this specific Blood Moon. And the reason for that is because of sheer number of people and activity. And so, what I was getting at before I went on that ramble is that you need to be very careful killing bloody strongholds, because we have a lot of people in Kingdom 13 that are sitting in Blood Moon. They're shielded, they're farming, they're killing monsters, everything else like that. But while they're doing that, they're looking around for you, hiding and killing bloody strongholds. And when they find you, they're going to link your cords to me, or to Cactus, or to Dizzle. And so there's this guy taking a Sanctuary, another danger there. And this is the wing protection buff, as you saw that. I popped it before that. That's what I was going in and doing, is popping that wing protection, because I knew I was about to lose a bunch of tier 6. And that guy's got a ton of tier 1. So he just crushed me on points. Even though I got a whole lot of kills there, it looked pretty. He still beat the hell out of me on points, though. So there's that. But the good news is all my tier 6 went to the hospital. And in Blood Moon, now we have this new triage buff, which is really neat, too, because now I can just heal using only food. It's so much cheaper to heal these troops. It's also half price to revive if I want to go that direction. So I'm going to go look at this hit again, and I'm going to say, oh, wow, I killed 75 million in one hit. That's pretty good. But it's not, because they're all tier 1. So he crushed me in points. So well played by him. You see, I'm going to go provide some very good analysis to the rest of my alliance and let them know that guy has tier 1. But I know that Cactus's gear is so big and has so much extra damage to tier 1 and tier 2 that Cactus would basically one-shot every damn troop that guy has. So we're going to look for him. Now this guy right here, Waterboy, got me so many times in this event. I don't know why I didn't learn that a 7 billion from DS I shouldn't hit. And so you see this, I'm like, 7 bill, yeah, that's soloable. I'm going to go ahead and send my cav at it because it's faster, and I'm cheap, and I know that I'm going to send all my speeds. And so I send the cav at it in just a second whenever I get tired of, sitting there looking at it. And I guess I'm still watching him to make sure he's not about to shield. So send my cav, speed it in. You see this guy, Troy, teleport next to him and get reinforcements in. I know those are actually my troops. But look at this. Terrible hit. I only killed 7 million. And that's only 4 power, about 4 or 5 power per kill. So those are low tiers that I killed also. So Waterboy is stacked. And he was playing it very well. He was changing his name over and over and over again. And his power was fluctuating a little bit too. And he was just taking these hits like a boss. And so, like I said, I really should have learned through this event that I don't want to hit that 7 million from that alliance. And I eventually did learn, and we started either rallying with Cactus or using various different gear setups in order to get better hits. But this is the triage buff I was just talking about. You see my injured tier 6 from that wing protection buff, and it only costs food to heal, which I'll use food all day long. That's perfect for me. Food is, I've got all kinds of food all day long. So that's great. And now Next part of Blood Moon, everything slows down, bunch of people on tiles, and a lot of people get kind of angry whenever I go around and I tile hit during Blood Moon, but you shouldn't. It's Blood Moon, it's a KVK, and not only do I get the kill points off of these tiles, I also get a percentage of the gathers. So what I like doing during the gather events, actually, is going and tile hitting. I don't even gather. I just go and I tile hit, and then I take the percentage off these people. And you see I got kills, I get some resources from it, and like I said, during the gathering events, you can get through those gathering events really quick, and you get some high scores in those gathering events too, just from stolen resources off of tile hits. So it's kind of lame. It feels dirty tile hitting. Everybody hates a tile hitter, but during Blood Moon, it's completely acceptable, it's completely understandable, and you should watch your tiles and use that recall all. Recall all, a couple people use recall all, and it worked really well. So now, back into a capital fight. I see this MVL fella come over here. A lot of people are laughing at me because I was sitting next to the capital, and some tiny little guy came and marched at me, and then right as his march was about to land, I teleported out, so it looked like he bounced me out of the forest. It looked like he burned me out. And so that guy probably just shit his pants right there, like, I just burned Bake out of the forest, and it looked like he did too. So KC is actually watching me at the Capitol right now, so they're all talking about it. But you see this take KOR guy. Me and him kind of get into it here. So you see, I'm going to go check all my boosts and everything because Viper Port's in next to me, and it's always a little bit nerve-wracking whenever a 30 billion is sitting next to you. So I always check my boosts, check my skills, everything else like that, and make sure that I'm ready to go in case somebody does hit me. And so you see now Viper, as soon as he marches, I get his march targeted there, and I see that he's sending 53,000 troops. So he is not going to be coming real hard for this capital, and he's not going to get a lot of points. So I'm just going to let him take it, and then this guy down here is the one that just bounced me out of the forest in his eyes. So what now I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to one-troop him over and over again. Still checking tiles, and what I'm doing right there is I target the tile, and I see how much of it's gathered. Because if it's nearly done, then I want to hit that tile. If it's just begun, then it's a little bit less important. But if these tiles have been nearly collected all the way and you tile hit and you win, then you get a larger percentage of all those resources that they've already collected. So you see now I'm going to one-troop this guy over and over again just to say hi. And what I'm basically doing here is I'm sitting next to the Capitol and I'm waiting for the MVL KOR guy to start hitting it with more troops. I want tier 6 kills. I don't want to hit the Capitol. I don't want to use a bunch of speeds on it unless I'm going to be getting tier 6 kills. And so you'll see I'm going to send smaller marches to retake the capital over and over again. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just pinging him here. I'm saying, hey, look, I took your capital. You should hit it with a lot of tier 6. Hey, you should hit this with a lot of tier 6. And also what I'm doing is I'm waiting for him to start sending real marches, and then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look at what each hero is. So you see there, I just learned Carl sent infantry. So now when I target his march and I see Carl, I know that I should be sending archers in return. And so this is basically just feeling him out. It's almost like scouting, seeing what he's going to do. See, there's Carl with infantry again. So because of that now, I'm going to counter with archers and hit and see if he actually left him in there. He didn't. He got him out. 0 kills. I just sent a whole bunch of archers for no reason. And so now this is just going to be cat and mouse, basically. Back and forth. Seeing who can catch the other person off guard, seeing who can get some tier 6 kills out of this capital. And you see right here, now he's sending Valencia, the blonde one. And so he sends Valencia, I wait till it hits, and then right as soon as it hits, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to check my reports, and I'm going to see what Valencia is. Scroll down, see that he sent all those troops, look through all of his stuff, he got barely any kills out of it, and then he sent all Cav with Valencia. So now I know that Carl is infantry, and I know that Valencia is Cav. And I'm learning that, and I'm also looking and I'm seeing what he's sending back. And I'm seeing if he gets his troops out or not. So I'm going to hit it with infantry, even though it was tier 4 cav right there. That's still a lot of tier 4, so that's decent. I get my tier 6 out as soon as I land, obviously. And you see I go, and I lost 0 troops and killed 1 million tier 4. So, not as good as tier 6 kills, obviously, but free points are free points, and I'll take them all day long. And also, what I'm hoping this is doing is I'm hoping this is pissing him off, and hoping he's going to start getting into a tier 6 slugfest with me, because I'm an egotistical, confident person, and I feel like I'll win that, a lot of the time. But like I said, I think KOR actually took me for one full march of tier 6 also, and then on the baby account, I got taken for a full march of tier 6 in the capital too. So a lot of people are learning how to do this. A lot of people are learning that you can get a lot of points really quickly doing this, but it is, like I said, it's a dangerous game. You're playing with fire. There's a lot of tier 6 flying back and forth, and it can burn you pretty hard. But you can also get some pretty good rewards out of it too in terms of points. So now you see I'm holding the capital again, He sends a march out, I get it targeted, and this is Freitas. This is a third hero. I know that Valencia is cav, I know that Karl is infantry, so that tells me Freitas is archers. So I don't even check the reports, like I said. I just let him land with Freitas, and I send a cav counter immediately. And then I go and I look and see if I was right. I lost 215, I killed 1.1 million, and it looks like I was right, because there it is, Freitas, full march of tier 6 archers right there that I managed to take. And that is purely because I basically pissed him off, and I learned that he was going to send infantry with Karl, and I learned that he was going to send cav with Valencia. And so then whenever I saw a third hero come out, it's kind of dangerous because, you know, Freitas might have been his Dark Lord or something. He might not have that as his guard captain, but it is what it is. It worked out. I won the paper, rock, scissors in that one because of the basically research I had already done. So we went back and forth like this at the Capitol for a little while. And like I said, he got me once or twice also. But for the most part, I got a lot of points off of tier 6 kills, which is what you're looking for, obviously. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. We make the troops to die. And so I'm going to toss tier 6 in a better trade every single time. Now here, we scoot forward a little bit to the next day. And like I said, I've got a lot of tier 2 still. Dizzle also has a lot of tier 2. MENDAX has new gear and a lot of research. And so we know that MENDAX is going to be able to hit us pretty hard. But Dizzle's of the same belief as me, as you can see, because he just caught on fire right there. And that is, I don't dismiss tier 2. I'm not going to make troops and then dismiss them, even if they get weaker in the future. The only way I would go in and dismiss my tier 2 is if the hits go a lot worse than this. So if like MENDAX had hit me for 120 million troops, yeah, I'm probably dismissing the rest of my tier 2 after that. But he didn't. At this point, he's already burned me. So I've already lit on fire once in Blood Moon right here from MENDAX, and then he poured it right up on me. So I figured he was about to pop me and take out the rest of us tier 2. But he was killing about 20 million per hit on me. He was only killing about 16 million on Dizzle. So for MENDAX, that's pretty good too. That's a lot of kills. He hits real hard. He's got the extra damage to tier 2. And also, we are in the losing kingdom right now. So it doesn't really matter if he feeds us points. As long as you're not feeding Kingdom 33, like see Iceman right here? Iceman does really well in this exact moment right here because we try to triple bang Iceman and take him out. But he takes one hit, and the moment that hit lands, he gets a shield up. And then you see the other hits come flying in also, but we didn't get there in time. So we only got one hit up on Iceman. So that was well played by him. And that's what's dangerous in Blood Moon, is if you've got like a team of people like me and Cactus and Dizzle all sitting there, we're going to try to triple hit. We're going to try to send where we all three land at the same time and get through your meat real quick. And so now you see MENDAX hitting me again. And this one surprised me because I thought he was done hitting, but he wasn't. So I light on fire again. And thank you, Tier 2. And this is my pittance for telling everybody to build Tier 2 Siege forever. And so you see here, he hits me, he kills 22 million Tier 2, 100 million power done. So that's a pretty good hit. If this weren't Blood Moon, I'd be doing that all day long. In Blood Moon, like I said, it's a little different because I did win on points right there, but it was close. And he hit me really damn hard, got a lot of kills off of it. So well played, MENDAX, well done. And I've still got Tier 2 left, as you can see there. I've still got a whole bunch of troops. A lot of those are Tier 3 and Tier 4 now, moving forward. There's a Cactus rally that we did. But for the most part, I'm not going to dismiss those Tier 2. So moving forward, if you see me, I've still got Tier 2, unless I don't, unless somebody's zeroed me since then. If that's the case, then I apologize for lying to you. But MENDAX, well played, good burn, good hits on me. You hit me pretty good. Everybody else, stay tuned for the big hits, the big rallies from other accounts tomorrow, and we will show the rest of the Blood Moon gameplay there. And hey, this coming weekend is like one of the first times we don't have a big event, so leave me a comment, let me know where we should invade, and maybe we'll be seeing you soon.